Hello everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to be doing a sharpening reprofiling on this Arcform theory. Now I didn't get a chance to do any factory edge testing because I think the day or two after I got this knife, I let one of my wonderful coworkers check it out and he unfortunately dropped it on its tip. And then I used it for some other stuff during work, and I didn't get any time to film the factory edge. I mean, it's from Riot, so the factory edge is okay. It's nothing super special, but we're gonna go ahead and take you guys down. I work off of the Wicked Edge sharpening system. I have the stone base. I don't know if that marble stone base is offered anymore, but all supplies and other stuff, replacement sharpening stones, is very easily found on my Amazon storefront page. So you can go ahead, click the link below, and it takes you directly to it. So everything is categorized. I'm still new to the whole Amazon storefront thing, so bear with me, have some patience. And if you'd like to support the channel, that is one of the best and probably the easiest ways to do so. Hopefully all the items are still in stock. I know Wicked Edge has their own storefront page as well, but things come in and out of stock all the time, and they have a multitude of different sharpening systems. So not just the one that I have. That's like almost 7-year-old sharpening system, and it's still going really strong. So one thing that I'm a little concerned about is if you take a look at how they have executed the sharpening trowel and plunge grind, it's not that good. But my standards, it's absolute freaking dog shit. To the average person, it's okay. You'll be fine. The world's not anytime soon, at least. So I'm gonna do my best to avoid hitting any of the surrounding shouldering blade material, and we'll just see how it goes. So take you guys down, and well, from a side view, you'll see how I do everything and all that. Alrighty, so I have everything set up. You guys probably can't see me, but at least you can see the important stuff. So here we have knife we're gonna sharpen. We have our sharpening system, we have our stones, and very important, you need a Sharpie. So what we're gonna do with the Sharpie is we're going to mark the live edge. Do your best to maintain with the angle. It might take a couple passes, but once you get it, just follow it all the way through out to the tip. And this is basically just going to be a visual marker, so as we're removing material, we know how high or how low we're hitting. My goal with this, because this is my knife and I am gonna want the sliciest, most performance oriented edge I can get out of this, I'm gonna go as low as I possibly can. On this particular system, it's 16 degrees, and then you bring in by 1 more degree to compensate for stropping. But essentially you can go down to 15. I am capping this system out essentially at 16. So this, you kind of want percentage larger out front, shorter percentage. I think it's like 70-30 or something like that. You kind of got to eyeball it, and because of how the blade is shaped, I can technically rest it on there. I'm gonna go ahead and try resting it like that, and the actual clamp itself hits the studs. So I'm going to test and see if that's a good spot. That looks like B25. Yeah, we can pull it back just a hair. And we'll have it right there at B25. My head's probably in the way, sorry. We'll go ahead, clamp everything down, and we'll see how these stones are hitting. And at that point, we either readjust or continue the process. You're gonna start with your lightest stones, I guess finest grit, as to not remove a bunch of material. Set your angle. Let's see what 16 looks like. So, because of how the sharpening trowel and plunge grind is executed, I'm gonna be hitting some some of it, but I'm gonna leave it as is. I'll fix it up after I do the review on this knife because I want to show people that may or may not already know what it looks like to sharpen a knife that is essentially, you know, designed poorly, or the execution was poor. I'm just wrapping some of this blue painter's tape around it because sharpening produces a lot of, I guess, debris, and you don't want any of it getting inside the pivot of the knife. Some still will, but not as bad. So I'm gonna make a couple passes and see if that is hitting consistently. And the line looks very consistent. It's hitting really low, which is exactly what it's going to do because we are going to be reprofiling this, but at least you can see. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom up. Let me pause this for a sec. All right, we're back. So let's see if I can show you guys this. Focus, damn it. All right, well, there is a line. Let me put something behind it in my hand. There you go. So you see that line is nice and consistent all the way out to the tip, even though it's a little blurry. But I assure you, it is nice and consistent. So at least I know now I do not have to readjust. Now is the time where we go and start just freaking hogging off material. And what I'm gonna do for that, there are these right here. There's a 50 and 80. We're gonna start with the 50, of course. And just chunk freaking all this material out. So it's gonna be loud, it's gonna be annoying. I'm probably gonna turn the audio off, but you guys will see me doing my thing. Reprofiling takes forever, but once you get things set up and you have your edge, you find your angle, you can go ahead and throw a knife like this back into a system like this and have a hair shaving sharp edge within about 5 minutes. So it's worth the effort. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna scooch this whole setup like right here, and hopefully you can see what happened here. So beautiful reprofile to the edge down to 16 wonderful degrees. The chip tip has been completely fixed. It's only a 400 grit edge, so it's a very coarse working edge, but check this atrocity out. So I've been working on the same system for quite some time, and this is a smile. That is a huge freaking smile. Now, what would it cost a company to just cut out a half circle right there? And I mean, you can see how consistent this knife is from side to side. Just take a look at that right there above my thumbnail right there. What would it take them? And that little line right there, that's where the stop pin hits. So my goal is to chip out basically a half circle right there. So, I mean, it's really impressive to see how consistent the OEM RIA is when it comes to grinding each side of the knife, because it's very even on both sides for the most part. I went a little crazier on this side, right? But that's completely me. But you could see the angle of where it starts to smile is exactly the same from side to side. So this is just my thing, you know. Not everybody cares about that. For the most part, everybody's gonna be good with that. Like, that's really not that big of a deal. And here's all the tape with all the debris and everything all over. I mean, you're still gonna have some stuff, but it helps to keep away majority of it. And then you could take some canned compressed air and just, you know, just blow it out. Not a big deal. Or just your breath, and that's really it. Alrighty, so little paper action, right? Oh, pull the paper through the blade. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty confident in my current skill set of putting a good edge on a knife. And when it comes down to the steel itself, this being M390 heat treated by RIA, of course, it's on the softer side. It really is. I mean, I've had S35VN that feels better than this stuff. I don't know what Riyadh is doing. Maybe they're just baking stuff a little too soft. I don't have exact numbers, and no, I do not have a way to realistically test the HRC of their blade material. So you know what? Maybe their M390 is just, it's baked in such a way to just sharpen easy in the field. I mean, this stuff is very responsive to stropping and little touch-ups and things like that. So if you have like a pocket stone, pocket strop, or even a little ceramic honing plate or something on the go, you gotta have that. Like, realistically, if you're gonna be carrying, you know, M390 and plenty of other blade materials as well, really is a good idea to have a secondary method of like touching up stuff. Let me see if I could have a piece of cardboard or something. Yeah, here's just a little. It was all my stuff. So yeah, I mean, that's a very, very crispy corner right there. Very nice edge, very clean, little to no fuzz. And if I were to have taken this to 600, 800, 1000 grit, it would be even more terrifyingly sharp, but the life of that toothy edge would diminish very, very easily. And that's just butter through cardboard, absolutely. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to leave this shit looking the way that it does, so that people that either watch this video, I mean, realistically, a lot of people don't watch my sharpening stuff. I get it; it's long format content, but there will be other people watching my review of this, and they're going to see this atrocity that I have created. Realistically, if I were to have done this to a knife this price like 5 years ago, it would make my stomach sick, because I would just feel like I absolutely ruined it. And as I mentioned before, like, it's really not the end of the world. The knife is still going to perform, absolutely. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's just, visually speaking, there is a solution to preventing this from happening, and a lot of designers and companies just don't give a shit. If I were to ever design something, it would be a much healthier blend of form and function. You see either or a lot, and I mean, I want to design something one of these days, but it would definitely be better than something like this, or at least I would try a little bit to get with an OEM that would execute this a little bit better to the standard of people who, you know, actually love using, love collecting, love sharpening, you know, not just one side versus the other. So there are people who collect and do not use their safe queens and stuff like this. There are people that buy this exact knife and will not use it. Do whatever you want with your money, but this is a knife that's meant to be used, absolutely. And I've been enjoying it so far. And now that it has a beautiful edge on it, I can go ahead and continue enjoying it. So now it looks ugly though, that's it. So, but that is pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like down below. If you are subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate all your support and your patience, of course. If you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing, because I put more videos and content coming your guys' way. With that being said, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.